The oldest African-American church on Chicago's North Side is closing the doors of its historic building after more than a century.
It's the end of an era for a building with rich history. CBS 2's Audrina Begas takes us there.
The soulful sounds are enough to shake the pulpit and pews. A joyful noise, praises, and holy hymns shape the history here.
13 musicians started this church.
13 singers.
That was back in 1887, 13 maids and butlers.
They walked all the way from here, from this point, for 12 miles, all the way to the south side to fellowship with other churches.
Then they wanted their own.
The choir formed in 1887. The next year, the following year, they got a minister and they became a church. So that's when they became Herman Baptist Church.
Still in Lincoln Park 120 years later.
And it survived this long.
It survived this long. That's God's grace.
And if you ask the longest living member?
Well, it just really hasn't changed too much.
Miss Helen. She's been worshiping in these walls for 85 years. She'll be 92 in April.
I've been coming here so long.
You're ready for some change.
Yeah, I can stand some change.
An aging building, a shrinking congregation, and not enough parking means it's time for some change. The red brick building, nestled between high-rises and hotels, is now sold.
It's going to be a new chapter.
When the preacher leaves this pulpit and the pews empty for a final time.
The legacy will continue on. We'll continue on in God's will and in His way.
The last service is on Sunday, and the church is still looking for a permanent spot to move to. As far as the historic building in Lincoln Park, it was bought by the Giordano Dance Company that will be keeping the brick facade of the building and just building around it. So Rob and Erica, they're keeping that history alive there.
If Miss Helen is on board, I'm with her on
We're all on board then.
Thanks, Audrina.